I realize that an author's life is a process of assimilating and discarding influences. Could you identify one author or one book that changed the way you approached writing?
I think there are so many different books because I am a voracious reader. So I constantly try to find new things, and all of them leave an imprint on me. But I think where it started really as a kind of overwhelming experience was Cervantes, the Don Quixote, which is still one of my favorite books, and a book to which I try to return at least once every year. And nowadays it's not always so possible because there are more and more books that one wants to catch up with. But that one, the idea of the human being with, as Cervantes said, his head in the clouds and his feet on the earth, encompasses for me everything that humanity is capable of. The dreams, the reality, the fun, the laughter, the terror, the horror, and the never-ending search. It is a journey that goes on through the plains of La Mancha and through all the dimensions of heaven and earth.
Andre, you have managed various different approaches to the novel: political engagement, magical realism, the historical novel. Which approach do you find the most satisfying?
I don't think there's a simple answer to that. At different times in my life, or in different moods, in different situations in which I find myself, different modes of writing suggest themselves to me. And there's always the feeling that I can still go further in my exploration of all of them and in other forms which have not yet been explored sufficiently. Uh, I think one of the ones that appeals most to me has been magic realism, but also forms of the historical novel, history in its largest and most convoluted sense. So all I know is that there are enough forms to go back to and keep me busy for a hell of a long time.
Have you ever felt that a specific novel could have been executed otherwise?
All of them. Uh, each of them was an attempt at a given moment to find answers to the urges and questions and desires inside myself. So to a certain extent, each one of them leaves me unsatisfied. I would like to write them in different ways, but at the same time, having written a particular novel, I want to move on to something else, not just redo it. Some of them have teased me with other possibilities over time, but I could and would have liked to write them in different ways and see what gives.